Hello and welcome back to Perfect Spiral Capital. My name is Luke Tatum, and I am so glad that you are here choosing to spend your time with me. Okay, today I wanted to talk about the disability waiver that you could put, if you choose, on your life insurance contract. Now, a disability waiver, sometimes it's called disability waiver of premium or WP rider. You'll see this written in different ways because insurance companies absolutely love to rename things. But what we're talking about is a rider that costs an additional bit of money every time you pay your premium, and it provides to you, if you pay for this, a potential. It's a potential to pay your premium for you if you become unable to work. Now, there are a lot of stipulations and rules, and you need to know what the fine print is before you can really evaluate this. We work with a couple of different insurance carriers, and their waiver of premium riders are different. And so it might be more attractive on one company's products versus the other company's products. That's something that you have to evaluate as an individual. But what does it mean? What does it do? Well, it depends. So the idea is that if you become disabled, legally, medically speaking, disabled, you cannot perform your work for income, then after a specified period of time, usually this is called an elimination period, it's a term you'll hear in long-term care products, etc., then you will also file a claim, and if that claim is accepted, then you will be on the waiver of premium, and they will pay your annual premiums for you. That sounds really good, but is it? It depends. If you have a term insurance policy, you might be able to add waiver of premium for a tiny amount extra per month or per year. It might be worth it to you, just in case, right? What we focus on here at Perfect Spiral Capital is the infinite banking concept. We're dealing with a whole lot of whole life policies, dividend paying whole life with a lot of cash value so that you can become your own banker, right? Does the waiver of premium pay for your paid up additions, your extra payments into this policy beyond the required payments? Those PUAs are growing your cash value. You might want the rider to pay for those. Does it? I don't know. You should probably find out. How long does it pay? How long does it cover you? Is it only to age 65? Does it only pay to age 65? Does it pay for the rest of the contract regardless of when it started? Does it only pay up to 65 plus a certain number of years? It's a lot of variables, a lot of options, a lot of things that you probably didn't discuss with your agent whenever they said, oh yeah, we're going to slap this rider on, right? So I'm honestly not that big of a fan of disability waiver of premium, and I'll tell you why. Well, you've got that elimination period. It might be 6 months. It might be 3 months. It might be 2 years. And 2 years is a long time for you to still have to pay premiums on your policy if you can't work and you have no income. Now, if you're following our advice and we've been working together and we know your situation, we could obviously talk through the details of this. If you're looking for a consultation like that, perfectspiralcapital.com. Find a link below my face, and let's talk about it. But the idea that you can just pay a very, very small extra premium on your policy and then everything is going to be taken care of, it sounds nice, but it's not really the full picture, and it's probably not going to happen that way if you do become disabled. So could you not just accomplish the same thing by building a nice, large, efficient, cash value focused whole life policy in the first place? Because after all, if you have a cash value, you can take a policy loan. If you can take a policy loan, they don't ask you what the policy loan is for, right? If I become disabled, I can't work for a while, or maybe even permanently. Would I rather have a rider that I have to wait a couple of years and that I paid on all this time and I have to qualify according to their stipulations and the terms and conditions of that rider. I have to go through a claims process, et cetera, et cetera. Or would I rather just have paid the $60 a month extra into my paid up editions and just have that money available? Would I rather that money had just been compounding and growing for me this entire time, just like the rest of my money, right? If I could just call the if I can just call the life insurance company up and say, hey, send me a check for this much money, and they just say, okay, isn't that a little bit better of an experience? There's no elimination period. I don't have to wait. I don't have to qualify. The money's there. It's mine. I'm the owner of the contract, not the life insurance company. So it's something to think about. I'm not saying it's wrong to have a waiver of premium rider. I'm just saying you probably ought to read the fine print and see if it's really what you think that it is. Something to chew on. I hope this video helped you. If it did, drop a comment and let me know. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, go to our website, perfectspiralcapital.com. Check it out. We've got my book. We've got video courses. We've got all kinds of resources to help you grapple with the infinite banking concept and implement it in your life. Thank you so much. See you next time.